Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am back with very interesting data analyst SQL study problem. We have four problems to solve. This is the first and we will open one by one all the problems. And it is going to be fun. In next maybe 10 to 15 minutes you are going to learn a lot of things, lot of tricks in the SQL that you can implement in real life and will help you in cracking interviews as well. Okay, let's jump on the problem, the tables, what tables we have, and then we will discuss the all the questions one by one. So we have a booking table and we have a user table. In booking table we have booking ID, booking date, user ID, and line of business. So there are two kinds of booking: flight booking and hotel booking, right? So these bookings are done by different users. Now same user can do multiple booking. For example, user 1 has done flight booking here and done hotel booking here, right? So there are different kinds of booking by different users, and we have booking date as well, on what date booking was done. Also we have a user table which tells the segment. So each user belongs to some segment. So u1 user 1 belongs to s1 segment, user 2 belongs to s1 segment. Similarly, we have S1, S2, S3. So we have different segments of users. It can be based on number of bookings or whatever. These are predefined segments. Okay. I hope the tables are clear. Okay. Now let's move on to the solution and let's understand the problem one by one. So here is the first question. Write a SQL query that gives the below output. So we need segment wise total user count. So in each segment, how many users are there and how many users who booked flight in April 2020, right? So we need two things for each segment. In S1, total user count and user who booked flight in April 2022. So there are two things we have to check here. One is it should be a flight booking. Second, it should be in April 2022, right? So let's move on to the SQL server and we will start solving the problem. Okay, so we have these two tables, the same tables I have created, the booking table and the user table. Now first of all we need segment wise booking, right? Segment wise users, and which let me put it here. Okay, these two columns we need so that we don't have to refer to Excel again and again. Okay, so we need segment and user who booked flight in April 2022, which means we have to join these two tables. So let's join it. So what I will say select a star from user table. So let's call it U, right? Inner join booking table B on U dot, it is joined on user ID, right? So U dot user ID equal to B dot user ID, right? This is our join condition. And first of all, what we need total number of users in each segment. So what I will do this. So I need segment. So segment is coming from which table? Segment is coming from user table. Segment, comma. Now if I do just count, that will be a problem because there are multiple bookings by each user, right? So this U1 will be joined with this U1 and this U1. Let me show you the result first, right? So let's do this. Select U dot star, comma, B dot star, right? And let's run this. Okay, so if you see for segment wise, if I take user, right? So this segment U1, there are multiple users, right? So it means if I want segment wise number of users, I have to do count of distinct user ID, not just count of user ID, right? So I will say u dot segment, comma, count of distinct u dot user ID, right? So this is my first thing as number of users. Let's run this and see are we getting the right data. So I will just run this. Okay, so segment has to be in group by segment, right? So segment wise, we are getting distinct user ID. For this column, actually we don't need booking table, but because we need one more column, so anyway we have to join, right? So I'm just joining here itself. So if you see, the expected output was 325, right? Because that's how it is. If you see in S3, we have 5 users, right? In S2 we have two users, right? But our output is not right. It is 2 to 1. You know why? Because there are some users who have not done any booking. So for example, let's look at user 3. So user 3 has not done any booking, right? So when I do an inner join, only the common users are coming which have done some booking, right? Only those users are coming which have done some kind of booking. So that's why U3 is not coming. Similarly, from here only two users are coming. So what we need to do? We need all the data from this table irrespective the booking is there in this booking table or not, which means we have to use a left join. So instead of inner join, I will do a left join here so that all the users will come. And now if I run this, we are getting 3 to 5. S1 3, S2 2, S3 5. S1 3, S2 2, S3 5. So this problem is solved. We are getting the output expected for the first column. Now the second column says user who booked flight in April 2022. So what I need is I need case when line of business B dot line of business equal to flight, right? We need line of business should be flight. So user who booked flight in April 2022. So line of business should be flight and booking date, right? There are two conditions. Booking date should be in April 2022. So I can say between, there are multiple ways to put this filter. I'm just saying between 2022 04 01 and 2022 04 30, right? So case when the line of business is flight and booking date between this, then I will take B dot user ID, right? Then I will take B dot user ID. Now I have to take B dot user ID from booking table because anyway I have done left join. So all the users will come from user table, right? But what I'm doing, if the line of business is flight and booking date is between this, then only take user ID. And otherwise by default it is null. So user ID will come only when these two conditions are meeting. And now I will say take count of this as, right? Right? Let's run this and see, are we getting the required output? So we are getting 5 to 1. Let's see the output. Output says 2 to 1. You know why? You know why? Again, we have to use distinct. So I'm taking the user ID, but there can be multiple users. There can be one user have done multiple booking during this time, right? So I have to do distinct again. So distinct, and then let's see, are we getting the required output? We are getting 3 to 5, 2 to 1. So you see 2 to 1, 3 to 5. So our answer is matching, right? So this is a tricky one. We have to take only the user IDs when these two conditions are matching. Otherwise it will be null. So else null. So if we don't give, by default else is null. You don't have to specify it, and null is not counted, right? So you can just do this, and then you also have to do distinct because one user can do multiple bookings during this time, right? So you have to do distinct user ID. Similarly, we did for all the users here distinct user ID. Here also, after putting case when also, you have to put distinct. Okay. So this is my first solution. I hope it is clear. If you have a better solution, a simpler solution, put it in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to the second question. So this is our second question. Let's do no fill. Okay. Write a query to identify users whose first booking was a hotel booking, right? So we have to identify. So they have a user has done multiple bookings. So for example, for user U1, the first booking is flight booking, right? But we have to find those users whose first booking was a hotel booking, right? So it is clear that we have to first find the first booking of each user. Now in this case, in this question, we don't need this table. We can live with just booking table because I just have to find users whose first booking is hotel booking. Okay, so let's query the booking table. select star from booking table. Okay. Now for each user, I need to find the first booking. So there are multiple ways of doing it. Let's do it using rank first. Okay. So I will say comma and I will do rank. Okay. Over. Now I need for each user rank from the date it has done booking. So I will say partition by user ID, right? For each user ID I need it. Order by booking date in the ascending order, right? By default it is ascending, you give or not. So for the first booking I will get rank 1. So let's run this and see. Okay, so if you see for user 1 the flight, this is rank 1, right? This is the on 23rd 3 user 1 did the first booking. Now for user 2 the first booking is on 27 and we got the rank 1. Again for user 4 again, this is the first booking. So for the first booking, we got the rank 1 for each of the users because I'm doing partition by user ID. So for each individual user ID, the rank will start from 1. Okay. I hope this is clear. This is how it works. And because I have done order by booking date, by default it is ascending. So the ascending means the earliest date will get the rank 1 and then 2 and 3 and so on. Right. Now what I need to do, I just need to say give me all the records, select star from. So here I'm using subquery, you can even use the CT, and I have to give this alias to the subquery in the SQL server. So if you are using some other database, it is not mandatory. So I will say where rn equal to 1. Okay, so if I run this for each user, now I got what was the first booking, right? Now what I need users whose first booking was a hotel booking. So now I can do where rank equal to 1 and line of business equal to hotel. So there is only one user 6, right? And for everyone else, the first booking is flight booking. Okay, so we can do this, right? So user 6, answer is user 6. I will just note it down, user 6. Okay, so this is first way of doing it. Let's do another way. So we have a first value function, right? So let me just copy this. Okay, now I will say give me first value. Okay, first value of what? I need first value of what I need. I need first value of a line of business. Okay, same thing. Select star first value of line of business over partition by user ID, order by booking date. Let's run this. Okay, so for each user, if you see, I got the first value, right? So again, it is doing a partition by on user, right? Order by on booking date, and then getting the first value, and that first value it is repeating in all the values. So if you see flight, only for this u6 it is hotel first value, right? So what I can say, first booking, let's rename it, right? Now I can say select star from this table. Again I have to alias where, sorry, where first booking equal to hotel, right? That's what I want. If I run this, let's see what will happen. So I got user 6. Now here we have duplicates because this value is repeating for each row. So I can just say select distinct user ID, right? So if I do this, I will get the user 6 as my output. This is the second way of solving the same problem. I hope it is clear. Okay. Let's move on to the third problem. It is getting very interesting, I know. So keep watching it. Let's move on to the next problem. So our next problem says, write a query to calculate days between first and last booking of each user. I think this is the easy one, right? So I need to find how many days between the first booking and last booking. And it doesn't matter if it is a flight booking, if it is a hotel booking, it is just difference between the first and the last booking, right? Sorry about that. I will take select star from booking table, right? So for each user, what I will say for each user ID, right? Give me minimum of booking date, comma maximum of booking date. Group by user ID, right? So this will be give me the date of first booking and the last booking because I'm doing min and max, right? I just need to find difference between these two, the days, difference in days. So what I will say date diff, right? I need number of days, difference in days. This is my first date and this is my second date, and just do as number of days, right? So this will give me the result. Okay, if we want these columns also, just to verify, let me put those, and this is my max and this is my last one, number of days, right? Okay, so we have got, this is the first booking of user 123 and this is 6/5, so we have a 44 days, right? If you look at it here, it is 6th of April, it is 20th of April, so this is around number of days 14, right? So this is how you can calculate number of days between two dates. Okay, 6 April and 20th April, so the days is 14 days, right? 6 April and 22 April, so 16 days. Okay, so this was straightforward, I think, nothing complicated. Let's move on to the last question, very interesting question, last one. Keep watching it. So here's the one. Write a query to count the number of flights and hotel booking in each of the user segment for the year 2022. Okay, so we need three columns here, right? Write a query to count the number of flight and hotel bookings in each of the user segment for the year 2022, right? So basically what we need user ID for each user, number of flights booking, right? And number of hotel booking, right? So this is what we need, right? Number of flight booking, number of hotel booking, and for the year 2020 only, right? Now if you look at the data, we have data only for 2020, so I'm not going to put that filter. But if the data is there, you can just put a filter of booking date should be in 2020 year of booking date, right? But for now we will just consider all because we just have 22 data, right? But you can put that filter, nothing complex. But what I will do now, I have to find user ID, number of flight bookings and number of hotel bookings. So let's move on to the solution. Okay, so again select star from booking table. Okay, okay, one more thing, my bad. In each of the user segment, so we need segment ID, we need segment basically in s1, in s2, right? We don't need by user, we need by segment, right? So in each segment we have multiple users and they have done some booking. Now in this case, we can do inner join, right? Because we are interested in number of flight booking and number of hotel booking in each segment, so we don't care about those users who have not done any booking, right? Ultimately we need count of flight booking and hotel booking. So even if I lose those users, right, who have not done any booking, I don't care about them, so I will just do inner join. Okay, so I will say from booking table B, okay, and inner join user, what is the table, user table u on b dot user underscore id equal to b dot user id equal to u dot user id. Okay, before I do this join, let me just show you how to check that flag for each user. Then I will join the segment table and with the user table and show you. But let's look at this table for now. Okay, how do we get how number of flight booking and number of hotel booking by each user? So what I will do, I will create a flag. I will create a flag for flight booking and hotel booking for each transaction, right? So what I will say, case when line of business equal to, case when line of business equal to flight, then one else zero end. Okay, as flight flag. Okay, similarly, what I will do, I will create one more flag for hotel. Okay, so this is for flight, this is for hotel, and I will say hotel flag. Okay, so let's run this now, and I will show how what I'm doing. So now if you see, I have created two different columns, right? One for flight flag, one for hotel flag. So wherever line of business is flight, the flag is 1 and hotel flag is 0. Similarly, hotel flag is 1 and hotel flag is 0, right? Here. Whenever there is a flight, flight flag is 1. Now what I can do, let's say I want user wide. User wise number of flight booking and hotel booking, I can just say user ID. Okay. And then sum of these flags, right? As flight bookings. Simple. Similarly, I will again sum. So 111 with sum to the total number of bookings, right? So this will be hotel booking. Okay. So if I run this now, I have to do group by as well, right? So let me do group by user ID. So this will give me total booking, flight booking and hotel booking by each user. But we need segment wise, right? So I will just join with this table. Okay. And we'll get segment here and group by segment. Okay, that's it. So we joined it. Now the grouping will happen on segment. So for each segment, we will get the total flight booking and hotel booking. So for segment S1, you have 8 flight booking, 4 hotel booking. Similarly, that it is just aggregated at segment level. Earlier, it was aggregated at user level. So in one segment, we have multiple users. So we have aggregated more values in one group, right? That's it. If you have to put a filter, you can just simply put that booking date filter also, where date part, year, booking date equal to 2022. So it will filter the data only for 2022 and give you the result. It will be same in our case because all the bookings in our data is of 2022. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this session. Do comment and like this video. I'm putting lot of effort, so share with your friends, share in your WhatsApp group. Thanks for watching till end. Have a great day. Enjoy SQL. Have fun. Thank you. Bye bye.